Hello, welcome back to the channel. How are we doing? Hope you're well. So today we're going to be trying something which I don't think is unusual. I think lots of people eat these regularly, but it's unusual for me. So we have the famous Fray Bentos. So with the classic steak and kidney. Now I don't like kidney, but I do like steak and I like pastry, I like gravy, so we should be alright on this one. So we've got the classic version, but we've also got this, what I imagine is going to be a monstrosity. So this is mac and cheese in a pie, in a tin. Just let that sink in for a moment. This is not going to be good. So I'm looking forward to this one. I suspect this one might be alright because my wife, she kind of grew up in these things, and she always tells me that she used to fight her dad for the soggy bottom, which sounds a bit weird, but there we go. So I suspect this one might be alright. And when I say I suspect it might be alright, it's still a pie in a tin. So it may be alright on the scheme of pies in tins, which I imagine is a fairly low scheme. This one, I imagine is going to be trouble. I imagine this is going to be disgusting. Because right, I like mac and cheese, but it's not it's not the most enticing taste in the world. It's more like a texture comfort thing for me. So it's a pretty beige food, and then just have that with pastry, which by itself is also pretty beige and pretty tasteless. So a few things I'm intrigued by. How easy are they to cook? Is this literally something you can just chuck in the microwave, chuck in an oven, chuck in an air fryer? And also, just what kind of quality are you getting in the tin? I just don't know. So I've pretty much spent my entire life avoiding foods in tins, because about 5 years ago I saw a documentary about the chemicals they put in things to make them last forever in tins, and I've kind of avoided them. So this YouTube channel is sending me down a dark hole. But anyway, we're going to cook them, we're going to try them, and we're going to give you my honest opinion. Do you stick to the classic or do you mix it up with the mac and cheese version? I suspect the answer is no to the latter, but let's see. Okay, so this makes it nice and easy actually. So the cooking instructions are just ovens. So this one is baked for 25 minutes at 220. And this one is baked for 30 minutes at 180. So we're going to have to find a medium ground, I reckon. But I'll go shove these in and I'll come back to you shortly. I don't normally ask till the end to like and subscribe. But I saw this thing the other day saying you got to do it like some point during the start and at the end. I don't know, I'm new to all this. But if you're watching this and the first 30 seconds have enticed you, just hit like and subscribe. You can take it back later if you hate it. Okay, so I kind of rushed ahead then because the bit that I mentally wasn't prepared for, and it was obvious we should have been mentally prepared for this, is that you've actually got to use a tin opener. A tin opener. It makes a recommendation about the kind of tin opener you should use. So we highly recommend using the Brabatina, I don't know. So that's what they reckon. We don't have that. We just got a cheap tin opener. We're not posh around here. We don't really use tins often, so we do have one. But apparently you open it, place open can in the baking oven. So I think I'm leaving it in here. But anyway, let's see how we get on. My tin opener looks rusty. Look. I don't think we've probably used this for about 10 years. But anyway, let's try this, see how we get on. No, that ain't doing nothing. Is that in right? Oh, it's doing something. Right, it's turning. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Oh shit, it's dropped out. I swore then. Right, well this is a nightmare, straight away. I wonder if this is our only tin opener. Are you meant to do it like that, do you think? So it's like that way. It's just not moving. This is not going well. I think we might have to get a knife and stab at it and try and get the thing off. Although the health and safety aspects of my brain is saying, no Matt, do not do that. I'm going to have to try and do it on the counter and we'll give it another go. Let me go and check if I've got another tin opener. Okay, we're fine. We've got a selection of tin openers. We've got the one that didn't work. We've got this one. Actually, that might not be a tin opener. That might be like a garlic presser. But we've got like a plastic one as well. So we're going to try the plastic one and hope it fares better. Oh, this is just a nightmare. Which way does it go? Oh, wait a minute. That seems better in. Oh, wait a minute. This one's working. It's turning. It's weird that you leave it in the tin, isn't it? I feel like I've been turning forever. How do I know if it's working? I'm not sure this is working, you know. It just seems to be going around in circles. Albeit, I'm not a tin opener expert. I'm looking at that and that doesn't look like it's opened at all, does it? Let me try it another way. No, that's not working. It doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. That was starting to work. Just in that part though. Okay, we'll give it another go. Right, yeah, it's still just open on that part. I I wonder if I can get a knife and try and saw into it. Right, so I know the way this is going. I'm gonna get loads of men in the comments going, how can you not know how to open a Fray Bentos pie tin? I just don't. I'm sorry, but I'm good at other things. I'm good at calculating workload volumes for work. This is not my jam. And it's actually really quite stressful, for being honest with you. Look, it's just, I'm gonna get a knife. Right, this is not going well. This is a nightmare, literal nightmare. I may have to call my wife in a minute. So they know that this is a nightmare because they're actually recommending a type of tin opener on the package. So they must know this isn't cool. I'm gonna write a letter. I mean, the good news is that the oven's gonna be warmed up by the time we get in. Okay, something's happening and I'm a bit worried I'm gonna cut myself because it is almost up. Right, we're halfway there. Honestly, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know why it's not working. Right, I think what I'm gonna do is get a tea towel and try and tear it off. This is gonna be like using evidence and like, why did Matt die mysteriously in this kitchen? Right, one done. We've still got one to go. I'm hoping that this one's easier. Maybe that was a faulty tin, I don't know. So I'm gonna edit this down so obviously you won't get the full trauma of what it was like opening that last one. In your world, it's going to appear like I struggled for probably 40 seconds. In my world, that was a good 10 minutes. Right, here we go. Let's see what happens now. Yep, that's done nothing. I'm just going to keep going round and round and round. My wrists are hurting, you know. Cue all the jokes in the comments. Right, it's definitely open at some parts. So these bits here, it's open. Look. I think we're going to have to resort to the tea towel thing again where we just try and like tear it open. Which is not fun because I'm sure I'm going to cut myself. Right, where's it most open? It feels like it's most open here. I've also got drippings of pie in my jeans. Nope, it's almost open. Mr. Fray Bentos, if you're a person, sort this shit out. Nobody wants to be doing this to have some tea. Well, hey. Just got this little bit that's stuck on. Let's try and twist it round. Right, after about 25 minutes of trauma, we've done it. I'm going to shove them in the oven now and probably fix myself a drink because that was really stressful. Right, let's show you what it looks like. I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't look great, does it? What is that? Let's get a knife and prod it a bit. What's this? Is that normal? That looks so weird. And I've got a bit of the normal one to try here, and my wife took the majority of the normal one. So I had to change my t-shirt because it's got pie juice all over it. It's bloody minging, but look at this. It just looks like prison food. So first of all, we're going to try the original Fray Bentos. See what that's like. It looks a bit jelly-like. What do you guys reckon? Let's give it a go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to point out is very salty. Very, very salty. I can't taste anything but salt, for being honest. Let's go in again. A bit more of the beef this time. If you can call it beef. I presume it's beef. Okay, so that time we got more of the beef here. It was, the beef was chewy. Not in a bad way, but in like a nice way, it's soft. So I quite enjoyed that bit then. I think it's the pastry that's salty. Or maybe it's the gravy, I'm not sure. We'll try again. Okay, so pastry's weird. Not quite sure how to describe the pastry. It's a weird one. It's got like a layer of crispness underneath. It's kind of got this soft stuff going above it. And then you've got like the rich onion. It tastes a bit like onion gravy and beef. This is the last bit of the beef one. So impressions of the steak kidney one is, it's very salty. I wasn't prepared for how salty it was, but actually the pastry is quite intriguing and the onion and the beef is nice. I just wish it was a little less salty. I wonder if that's got something to do with the whole tinning process and that's why it needs salt. I don't know, I'm not an expert. But anyway, let's try. Ooh, let's try the mac and cheese version. So straight away, it's a lot more bland than the steak and kidney one. You've got mac and cheese, which is already quite a bland kind of food, with pastry, which is also already bland. The mac and cheese is just soggy. You can't taste any of the pasta in it. It's just like eating like melted cheese, really. Okay, it's not the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. I do like this pastry. I don't know what this stuff is next to the pastry. It's like can you see it? Like a little moist layer of something. How strange, but it is quite tasty. Okay, so the steak one's definitely better. Not just a little bit better, a lot better. This one is just a bit too beige for my liking. I reckon though, if you've got kids, because kids don't like spicy stuff, do they? They just like beige food. So if you've got kids and you don't mind like feeding them like foods high in sodium, they might like this. It's the weirdest texture. Honestly, it is. It almost tastes like some of the pastry's not cooked. It's like liquid pastry. I wonder if I've cooked it right. I should check my wife in a minute because she's out there eating the other one. I think I'm going to get loads of angry comments because I spent 10 minutes trying to open up the tins and about 3 minutes reviewing it. So before you leave angry comments, I know, I'm sorry, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, look at this. This looks like a proper pie piece, this. That's intriguing. Okay, final thoughts and make these quick. So, you know I don't read ingredients, and there's a reason I don't read ingredients on this channel, because one, it's boring as hell to watch, and two, this isn't a lifestyle channel. I mean, I could read out the ingredients, but am I an expert in nutrition? No, so I don't read out ingredients, that's what I'm trying to say, but I don't have to read out the ingredients to know that that's going to be high in saturated fats, be high in calories, and it's definitely high in sodium salt. So I can tell you that straight away. But that's the bad stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. The steak and kidney pie was tasty. It was tasty. Once you got through to the actual meat and the gravy, that was really nice. The first thing that hits you though is the salt. It's very high in salt, I can tell that. It's almost to the point where I feel a bit dehydrated now. I feel I need to drink some water. So the steak and kidney pie, would I have it again? Probably not. At a push I would. It's just the idea of canned food, it just freaks me out a little bit. So was it awful? The steak and kidney one? No. Would I eat it? Maybe if I was at a festival and they were selling it and it was the only thing there. They wouldn't sell it at a festival, what a ridiculous thing to say. But, you know, that kind of situation where you're hungry and you want something to eat and that's it, I would think, I've had one of those, wasn't the worst thing in the world, I'll grab some water to help with the salt and I'll get through it. That's what my thought process would be. So I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, but I wouldn't invite the experience again. Now, down to the mac and cheese one. Just beige. That is not adult food. There's nothing in that that's going to appeal to an adult. There's no kind of taste outside just the thick, pastry, bland, plastic, cheesy taste. The pastry's alright. The pastry's like the steak one, it's kind of got that crisp layer and like the soggy layer underneath it. And I shouldn't like it, but I just quite like that part. So if I was going to opt for one again, it would be the steak and kidney. The mac and cheese, it feels like a bit of a gimmick. That just tasted like mush. Like it all just reduced down to a slop. That's a great word to describe that food, slop. It did look like prison food. Can I recommend the Fray Bentos? Probably not. Was it fun trying it? Probably not. Not with opening that tin. Yeah, so that's another thing. If you are going to try it, make sure you've got an industrial tin opener, because that's not fun for anybody. Right, that's it. If this is your first time watching the channel and you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit the notification bell and give us a thumbs up. We're a tiny channel in the grand scheme of things, and we do need to try and appease the algorithm gods so we can get a little bit bigger over time. That'd be really, really good. Although, you know, we're already quite big, 750 odd, I think. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. So if you are subscribed and liking my channels and commenting as well, thank you very much. I really look forward to seeing everybody's comments, and they're refreshing once I've uploaded a video, waiting to natter to people, so it's always good to see. Listen, I'm gonna go, but thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and if you want a Fray Bentos, knock yourselves out, but, you know, have a cup of water on hand for the salt. See you later.